What are you talking about? What difficult time? Huh? Chloe didn't show you the cancer diagnosis? Haven't you been taking Chloe for checkups these past few days? Chapter 29. The car swerved. Dad's hand slipped on the steering wheel, and for one terrifying moment, the vehicle veered toward the highway median. Mom screamed, grabbing the door handle, her phone clattering to the floor. Dad corrected course just in time. The car straightened, and silence fell, heavy, suffocating, absolute. I sat in the backseat, my cat curled in my spectral lap, watching my parents' faces in the rearview mirror. Mom's complexion had gone gray, like old cheese. Dad's knuckles were white where he gripped the wheel. What did she say? Dad's voice was barely a whisper. Mom didn't answer. She was staring at her phone on the floor, as if it were a snake that might bite her. The teacher, Dad pressed. What did she say? Slowly, mechanically, Mom bent down and picked up the phone. She held it to her ear, but the call had already ended. The screen showed the call log, 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Enough time for the truth to sink in. She said. Mom's voice cracked. She said Chloe showed her the diagnosis. She said she called the hospital to verify. It's real, honey. The cancer is real. Dad shook his head, a jerky, denial-filled motion. That's not possible. Chloe never gets sick. She's always been healthy. Even when she was a baby, that's what I thought too. Mom's voice was hollow, but the teacher said the hospital confirmed it. Stage 4. They gave her 3 months. Maybe less, 3 months. The doctor had said 3 months, but I hadn't even lasted 3 days. The irony was so bitter I could taste it even without a body to taste with. Dad pulled over to the side of the road. He turned off the engine and sat there, his hands still on the wheel, staring at nothing. We need to go home, he said finally. We need to talk to her. Apologize. Get her to a real doctor. She's been to a real doctor, Mom interrupted. That's how we got the diagnosis. No, I mean, a specialist. The best in the country. We'll find a way to pay for it. We'll sell the house if we have to, Mom laughed, a short, bitter sound that didn't belong in her mouth. Sell the house? For Chloe? You wouldn't even spend $1,500 on her meal plan. Dad flinched as if she had struck him. That's different. Felix is healthy. Mom's voice was sharp now, cutting through the fog of denial. Felix has always been healthy. He's never had so much as a cold. We've been coddling him for years while Chloe, her voice broke. While Chloe was dying right in front of us, I watched them from the backseat, my cat purring silently in my lap. It should have been satisfying, seeing them finally understand, finally realize what they had done. But I felt nothing. Just the same hollow ache that had been with me since I woke up dead. Chapter 30. They drove home in silence. When they walked through the front door, they didn't go to my bedroom right away. Instead, they stood in the living room, looking at each other like strangers. We should call the police, Mom said. About the cat. About Chloe. And tell them what? Dad's voice was flat. That our daughter died of cancer and we didn't notice, that we locked her in her room and starved her, that we forced her to take experimental drugs. He ran a hand through his hair, tugging at the roots. They'll arrest us, Evelyn. They'll take Felix away. We'll lose everything. Maybe we deserve to lose everything. I had never heard Mom speak like that. She had always been so sure of herself, so certain that every decision she made was the right one. But now she looked lost. Broken.